Alright, let's continue with our Uncle Sam that we have here. And so let's go ahead and bring this down just a little bit over here and cut this. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll put two little things across here, two little wrinkles across here to signify the hand. And then from that point I want to go ahead and cut the hand in here like we normally do. There we go. Alright, let's come back here and just go ahead and here we go. All right, now of course the hand here will be down like this, but it is a little bit on the large side, so we want to cut this down a little bit in here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and work on this face. We've already got the and I'm just going to go ahead and cut the nose in here. And here, yeah, it's down here. I tell you what, when you have a rain, it cools things off. And boy, when it stops, it is one hot firecracker down here in Texas. And you think that it wouldn't be, because I live on the coast, and because I live on the coast, it shouldn't be hot down here. But think about Florida, folks, how hot it can be in Florida. And they come off the coast, so that's the way we are down here on Texas. A lot of you have even asked, me why I haven't moved to Kentucky to be with my son and them yet. I have talked often about wanting to move to Kentucky. Well, the issue, of course, is that I have a 90-year-old mother that still lives here, and she just absolutely refuses to go to Kentucky. And so my brother, who is not quite retired yet, he wants to retire this year, and he might be able to. If he does, then I'll be able to make kind of a move to do that. But until he gives me the okay, someone has to take care of my mother, and right now that's me. So but I'm praying and hoping that God will open that door for me to move to Kentucky to be with my son, and mainly my son and my grandchildren, who I just adore. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that, because I put out a lot of pictures of them. Oops. I'm just sort of going around the carving right now, just sort of getting some things done. And on this just going around a little bit. Just okay. Now let's look at the back here. We want to kind of get this back shaved down just a little bit. And want to remove a little bit of wood right in here. And flatten that out kind of. So when I go ahead and put a little crouch cut in here, and put a little crouch cut in here. So basically where the shirt and everything would be is taken up already. It's at the top. Of course, the pants will come sort of high up, as we say, and we just sort of get these saw marks off and things like that, such a way. Now let's go back to the face that we're going to work on, and let's go ahead and make our cut in here for our face. And we're going to put a smile on Uncle Sam. Well, he's a hobo, so should have put a smile on Uncle Sam. Let's do that, just so he can be. Let's go ahead and put a smile on him. Even though he's a hobo, we can even put a cigar in his mouth, even though he's a hobo. Or a little bit of a smile there. That's kind of a. And of course, the Uncle Sam, we bring this area down. Kind of go like that, and we come across here like this, and across here like this, and we put a little beard on him. A little deal like that, and he has a little beard down here, in other words. And let's bring this, and let's go ahead and come up here and go ahead and cut for our ears. Now if you want to put ears on him, you can. We're going to put ears on him. Or you can just leave, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave that open as his hair that comes down, because usually Uncle Sam has pretty hefty hair that comes down, in other words. So let's just not make a an ear. Let's just go ahead and make the Uncle Sam hair. Okay, just like that. Let's round this hat a little bit more. Just come up here like this. Like this. All right. And round it a little bit more. Bring this nose down a little bit too. I don't know. I don't see a sad Uncle Sam, even though he's a hobo. I don't see a sad Uncle Sam, so we're not going to put a sad Uncle Sam. We're going to put him happy no matter what, in other words. Even though I know a lot of people probably don't feel this country is very happy right now. Folks, I remember the Jimmy Carter years. Jimmy Carter was a president of the United States, and I don't say anything bad about Jimmy Carter. I really don't. He probably inherited a lot of what he had. But I remember when interest rates were 18% on a house. I mean, it was terrible. It was horrible. So at least a lot of people can afford a house nowadays. I was talking about that with a guy the other day about owning a house. I said, well, I have owned my house now for probably 18 years. And what's funny is I paid for my house. I own my house, but I pay close to $2,500 to $3,000 a year just in taxes to live in this house and on my property. And then if I don't pay my taxes, even though I own my house, they can come and take it away from me. So, yeah, it's kind of scary sometimes, feeling that we own the American dream, yet all you got to do is just get on hard times and not be able to pay your taxes, and they'll come and get your house from you. So, okay. Or if somebody pays the taxes, they can take your house away from you. So I'm always not sure there is such a thing as the American dream. Okay, I'm gonna just do this top a little bit more, thin that up just a little bit more. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to end this right now, and I'm going to go ahead and well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and make our I'm sorry, let me cut a little bit in here. Bring this out a little bit. There we go. Let me move this over here just a little bit. And okay, people. Let's see, can we see this? Yeah, we can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and take my moto tool and go ahead and drill my little hole for my drill my little hole for my pole to cone in. What I do is I go right over the elbow here, so that when I do it, pretty much gives me a pretty direct piece. To go into here. Okay? And let me get my this is my little this is 1/8 inch. Is this 1/8? Let me see. Or is this 3/32? This is 1/8. Okay, this is my 1/8 rule. And let me cut it real quick. Cut it. And so what I do is I take my little piece and I just get it kind of around the end there so that it will fit. It will fit in my hand, see, just like that. Okay. It fits in the hand real good. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to cut me out a little piece for my my little knapsack. I'll get it sooner or later, folks. I'll get it sooner or later what he's carrying. He's carrying a little knapsack. And I usually use a scrap piece somewhere that I can find to do that with. And here's one. Let's go cut this. Cut this like this. And all I've got is a little piece just like this. Basically, there's not a whole lot to it. And I'm just going to start I just take it and I just start bringing the edges in. And so this comes a and let me cut this like this. Okay, and kind of cut this like this, and then we'll just sort of bring this round this off, and kind of just watch your of course watch your grain, how you go with your grain. And I'm just kind of, now what I do is I take my drill and I just sort of come at an angle with this thing. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Let me see. Let me back it off. There we go. What happened is I must have not had this thing in there good enough. Okay. And make that, and then I take my knife. Now, what I want to do is, let's see if this may be a little bit too long, and it looks like it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. When I mean cut, I'm going to whittle this down just a little bit. So this will go on there, and then I can cut off whatever. See, it goes through here like that, and then I put it through his hand and see how far I want it to come down. So, all right, that looks fantastic. See, that looks great right there. So let me cut it real quick. Where just a little bit is sticking out of the just a little bit is sticking out of the back of the knapsack. And so look at that. There we go. There, that fits good in his hand. Let me just do that a little bit. So that fits perfect in his hand just like that. See? It fits good. Now, the other thing I want to do is drill a little hole. Now, let me go get the little American flag. Now, these little American flags are, oops, I'm sorry. They are, you can buy them at Hobby Lobby. They're just little toothpick American flags. They're actually little party flags. Just, people put them in, they put them in things they cook, and, you know, hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that for a little party, and they do the little American flags. So I want to get another little bit here, a little small bit, because this is not the toothpick is not a very large thing. Now I want to come up here like this. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, just a minute, I may have to, because the face is kind of in the way a little bit. So I want to bring that hand out just a little bit, not so close to the face, and cut it like this, so that I can then put my hand, like this. I love my Moto tool. I mean, it's just, you can just do so much with it. So then the little flag goes in here like this. Now that's where it kind of stand out like that. There we go. Now what I want to do is I want to just come a little bit. I want to break this off just a little bit. I'm going to do it with my mouth. I mean, as long as I don't swallow the contents of the... And there we go. And look at that. And then we put the little... let me just take a little bit more off the back of this, just a little bit more off. All right, there we go. And there we go. And look at that. Isn't that neat? Now let me go and wet it. I don't want to wet the flag. I just want. And flag in there. And there is our little hobo, Uncle Sam. Okay? Isn't that cute? I'm going to make a series of these hobos, of course, and I've already done quite a few with animals and things like that, but a series of different Civil War hobos and Uncle Sam hobos and other type, hobos. And so I think I love doing hobos. Anyway, all right. Well, God bless you now. And we will continue. He's going to look good when he's painted, when we get through painting him and everything like that. And I will show you when he is done. Okay? God bless you now. And carve safely. Bye-bye.